Ahead of the British elections, there seems to be no end to the troubles in the Tory camp. The Housing Secretary Michael Gove has now pushed for the return of former Prime Minister Boris Johnson to head the party's campaign for the forthcoming general election. At an event in Leeds, Michael Gove made a startling statement saying, and I quote him here, that he wanted to see the whole Conservative family come together to stop a Labour victory. And in order to do this, the leader pushed for Boris Johnson to the front line of the Tories' electoral campaign for the polls that are slated to be held later this year. Now, calling Boris Johnson a great campaigner, the Housing Secretary drew parallels to the Brexit campaign, highlighting the role that was played by the former British Prime Minister. The remarks have come at a time when polls show that the Conservatives are trailing behind the Labour Party. According to the latest YouGov polls, the voting preference of the Britons has revealed that only about 20% of them would cast their ballot in favour of the Conservatives if elections were to happen immediately. However, 46% of them said that they would vote for the Labour Party. Michael Gove's remarks on reeling in Johnson also have come in the backdrop of the British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak facing a lot of flack over his private jet trips. The Labour Party is now urging the Prime Minister to give a full and an honest account after he accepted a private jet trip from a controversial businessman. And we earlier spoke with our correspondent Julia Chapman, who joined us live from London, and this is what she had to say.
This is certainly not an uncommon situation. At least the Prime Minister has used several donations of private planes and helicopters to get around various places. More than tens of thousands, in fact, of dollars have been declared in such journeys. But this was a particularly controversial one because it emerges that the owner of the company that helped put forward this private jet, that rented this jet on Rishi Sunak's behalf, has been accused of fraud by his investors. Now, this was a journey that was taken by Prime Minister Rishi Sunak in April last year to two different parts of the country in Wales and Scotland. He declared £38,000 in the ministerial interests, saying that that was a gift from a donor. So he declared it, but there has been a controversy over how it was declared. First, it was written under the businessman's name, Akhil Tripathi. Then it changed to the name of a company that he was associated with, and then went back to his own name. And that is one of the things that has been raising eyebrows.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.